Hello everyone and welcome back to the Carcode channel. If you're new here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Sam and I make car reviews every week. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the all-new facelifted Volkswagen T-Roc Cabriolet. Huge thanks to Lancaster Volkswagen and Cox Motor Group for allowing me to take this car home for the weekend and giving it a good review. This model here is the Style and I'll talk a little bit more about this now. Let's get into the video. So an SUV and a convertible. Bit of a strange mix, right? Many people do think this, and it is a bit of a Marmite car. You love it or you hate it. The T-Roc itself is an excellent SUV, a small SUV. It is trendy and quirky, but it still is based on the Golf platform, and it's a great car overall, mechanically, and really comfortable to drive as well. The old T-Roc Cabriolet had two trim levels, the design model and the R-Line. This one has now got Style and R-Line. This is the Style model. It starts at £31,495. The R-Line starts at just over £35,000, so quite a big leap there, but I'll move on to the benefits of the R-Line over the Style. The R-Line's got some different body cladding on the front, different wheels. I'll move on to the wheels a little bit later. It comes with the 1.5 TSI engine as standard instead of the 1 litre that this comes with. This model here testing today is the 1 litre. The Style model though is a great car, and price does seem a bit pricey compared to your Minis, which the Mini convertible starts just over £25,000 and the Mazda MX-5 same price, so it seems a bit expensive. But when you look at the BMW 4 Series and Mercedes C-Class that start from way over £45,000, it seems like it could be a bit of a bargain. So the front end of the T-Roc, let's talk about it. These headlights are now LED as standard on all models. I do quite like that they haven't made a life T-Roc Cabriolet. It starts with the Style, so like I say, a lot of kit is standard. These remind me a lot of the facelifted Passat. They're a little bit plain, quite, nothing special. When you move up to the R-Line, you do get IQ lighting, which is really cool. You get that matrix, more like an eye looking light, and I really like that. You cannot get them as an option on the Style, unfortunately. This new grille is chunkier and thicker than before with these sort of bumpy indents. It's really chunky. The whole car feels a lot chunkier. You have these surrounds here. On the R-Line model, it's a bit more of an aggressive grille. I think I like the lower bumper on this Style model much better. You do also have this silver scuff plating down here, and it just looks like a really nice car. It's a good progression from the previous facelift model. Let's talk a bit about the wheels on the new T-Roc Cabriolet. Gone on the Mayfield alloy wheels, which are on the pre-facelift. These are the Johannesburg alloy wheels. You can get these in a diamond cut option for just £105, so you get that bi-tone look. The 17-inch alloy wheel and the ride comfort with these is really good. It then goes up to the Portimao 18-inch, they're all right. Then you have your Misano alloy wheels, which are on the Tygo that I reviewed, and you can have them in diamond cut or black. And if you get the Style pack, which is £545, you get 18-inch alloy wheels, and that is a really good pack. You get black mirror caps and you get the upgraded wheels as well as inside you get a gloss black interior. Let's talk about the colours on the T-Roc Cabriolet. As standard, we've got cyan blue back, that was on the up, and it looks like an amazing colour. It's going to look so good on this car, and it's free of charge. It's not metallic, but it looks amazing, especially for that summer vibe. What's really missing off this car is an orange or yellow colour. I'd love them to bring back an orange or yellow. Even the turmeric yellow has been dropped. The Ravenna blue, which was flagship colour on the previous T-Roc, has stayed, but no turmeric yellow, or even lime yellow would look great as well. So you get black. This is a £685 option. Most metallics are, and the King's Red colour is over £800 option, which is quite pricey. Personally, on this T-Roc Cabriolet, I think the cyan blue is the best colour. I also really like the look of the ivory silver colour. That is a really nice colour. But black too looks pretty sleek. Bit more of a fun colour is better for me though. I love what Volkswagen has done with the rear of the new T-Roc. You now have rear LED tinted lights as standard, so they used to be on the R-Line. Then they have this really nice circular reflector. I really love how this looks. You still have these fake exhausts, which I've never been a fan of because they sit very high up, but this disguises that. And I actually like the look of the back of the style a lot more than the R-Line, which has fake quad exhaust. You can sort of hear that engine at lower speeds. It does feel a bit thrummy, but it's the 3-cylinder, 1-litre engine that is standard with this car. It's going 8 miles an hour and it wants me to go into second gear, which I always find a bit strange. I know it's for economy as well, but it does feel a little bit different to drive. So I'm going to drive it a bit now with the roof up. With the roof up, it does feel pretty like a conventional car to drive. Like I say, the 3-cylinder engine starting off, it's not smooth at all, very slow to go. R-Line, you get the 1.5 TSI as standard, which is a much better engine. It does pick up quite well when you get a bit faster speeds. Roof on versus roof off doesn't feel like a lot of difference in drive quality or handling or anything like that. You do have quite a big blind spot from the back of the roof. Good thing about this car is you've got full wraparound parking sensors though, so everywhere, even on the sides of the car, has parking sensors. So you can get a rear camera fitted, but it doesn't really need it. So this car is actually based on the Golf Mark 7 platform. It's a nice McLaren. I think I'd still rather have this T-Roc though. It is a really nice car to drive. Smooth and comfortable. You've got adaptive cruise control as standard, blind spot monitoring as standard, lane assist as standard too, which I've turned off because going around country roads where I live, the lane assist is not made for that. On the motorway it's great and it's a good safety feature, but it's not made for twisty roads like this at all. Yeah, engine braking on the newer Volkswagens doesn't seem to be there as much, which is a bit of a shame because I normally use my gears a lot for braking. That this is not a good road to go on. So driving the T-Roc Cabriolet is really nice, and I think that convertible top experience, the novelty has not worn off for me yet. The inside of the T-Roc Cabriolet is really nice as well. There's things that are unique to this car. So you've got a bit of a smaller control panel up here because of the roof mechanism. Then you've got these cute little sun visors that have the mirror with the light in as well. They still do block out the sun as well. It would be nice if they had sort of a seatbelt strap here or something just to keep it in, like a little clip like they do on the Mini. That would be good because it does just fall off your shoulder. If it falls off your shoulder, you obviously don't have that protection from the seatbelt. They've really upgraded the interior quality significantly. You've got this leather style stitched dash. You've got a lockable glove box as it is the convertible model. You've got this sort of different shaped dash. It's a bit bigger, it's really nice and it's standard in this silver colour. You've got built-in navigation, which is lovely to have, as well as Apple CarPlay, so great things there. You've also got this dual zone climate control. So this climate control system is actually quite good. So you've got sort of indents to do this. The only annoying thing about this is they sort of come on automatically, the temperature, so I need to figure that out. Heated seats though are completely standard, so you have heated seats for both driver and passenger, free of charge, so you have loads of spec on this car as standard. You've also got heated steering wheel as standard. The list goes on and on of how much this car comes with. Normally I wouldn't be too happy about the door pockets not being carpeted, but I think on the convertible model it makes a lot of sense if you go to the beach or whatever. To pull this out, you can wash that off, get everything out, hoover it. I think that's a great system. It's also in the cup holders on the phone bay. These are really convenient just to get out, clean them, and then you can pop them back in like so. You've got an armrest. It's fully adjustable to where you need it, so that's really good. You've got cup holders here, your electronic handbrake, your roof and your window controls, and then you've got your dual zone climate controls. The seats on this car really impressed me a lot. What's so good about the seats on the new T-Roc Cabriolet? Now, when I first got in here, I thought, oh dear, they haven't opted for the extra lumbar support. In the previous facelifted T-Roc Cabriolet, you had to pay an extra £35 for the manually adjustable lumbar support, which Volkswagen have obviously knew that it needed to be in the car to have a comfier drive, and they've put an electric lumbar support in all cars as standard, so that's amazing. A good thing about the electric one as well is it doesn't tend to go back. After a few journeys with a manual lumbar support, it tends to go back to where it was and you have to pull it out again, whereas this stays exactly where you need it. Heated, comfortable, good bolster support, really nice seating. If you do want leather, it's a very expensive option. It's over £2,000, so I'd just stick with the basic seating. So the normal T-Roc has a boot size of 445 litres. You'll obviously lose a considerable amount of that space with the Cabriolet. Coming in at 280 litres, it's a lot smaller. It's the same size as the boot in a Mark V Polo, so that seems like quite big. It's wider than that boot, obviously, and it's the height that it lets it down a lot. You do have these little releases though for the seats. Underneath here, this one has got the option of the wind deflector, which is a £315 option. You can also get the option of a space-saving spare wheel for just £100. They do it separately for emissions reasons. It's a little bit tricky to shut. You couldn't just pull that down and shut it. It still says it's open on the screen, so you'd have to shut it like so. So let's talk about the engines available on the all-new T-Roc Cabriolet. This here is the base model engine. It's the 1 litre 115 horsepower PSI 6-speed manual. It's really good that you get 6 gears as standard. I really like the fact that they've done that. It's the same on the normal T-Roc. With the T-Cross and smaller vehicles in the Volkswagen range, you only get 5 gears. Even the Tiger, you get 5 gears, so having that extra gear is really good. This can sound a little bit thrummy, this engine, as it is 3 cylinders. Overall, it is pretty impressive for what it is. It's not the most economical. I've got around 40 mpg at most. I think when it wears in, it will be a lot better. If you do want to get the 1.5 litre engine, that starts from 32,995 on the style model, and then the R-Line starts from just over 35,000 and comes with that engine as standard. So it's about £2,500 extra if you wanted a 1.5 style to go to an R-Line. But the R-Line is going to hold its value much better. It's a much more desirable car. If you are wanting an automatic, you have to go for the 1.5 litre engine. On the style, the automatic starts from £34,605, and on the R-Line it starts from just under £37,000. Sadly, the bonnet's not on hydraulics like it is on the Golf. I'm now going to talk about some things that I don't like about the all-new T-Roc Cabriolet. I've got a few criticisms into one here. A spare wheel is not standard. You do have to pay £100. Most cars are like that now due to tax purposes. This is the optional wind deflector, which is £315. I have not got it out yet because of what a faff these are to put in. I'll show you how long it takes you to put this in. Again, the boot shutting, you've got to give it a good slam. It takes a while, like I say, considering I've done this a few times. You sometimes have to move the headrests out of the way as well. They can get in the way. There. That is the wind deflector up now. Not very practical with that up. So what do I think Volkswagen could do better with their T-Roc Cabriolet? Well, not much really. The interior quality is excellent. I think a nice little loop or clip or something for the seatbelts, I think that would be a great addition. I'd also like a few more ideas of customization. Currently, you can only get the T-Roc Cabriolet with a black roof. So when they used to have the Beetle, they used to have a black or a cream roof, and then the Golf Convertible used to have a black or a blue roof. So there's still time for Volkswagen to add some customization, because I think that this is the type of car that would really benefit from that. A few more body colours would be nice too. So I'm going to talk about some of my favourite things about the all-new T-Roc Cabriolet now. Lots of these are applicable to the previous facelift one as well, and I'm really glad that they have decided to make the Cabriolet on the facelift model as well. The first thing that I really love is how the convertible looks when the roof is down. Now, if you've seen a Beetle Cabriolet, you know it's a little bit messy and you have a cover to put on. This does not have a cover that you need to put on, and it already looks like it's got one when it's down. It's very flat and smooth and just looks like really tidy and well packed away. It just looks really great with the roof up or the roof down. Your tax is only £165 a year, so nothing more than a normal car. Really nice interior quality, and these windows for a cabriolet are really big. I think that's a great thing, and it doesn't feel dark or claustrophobic in here at all. Even with this dark grey headlining, it's not too bad. So really impressed by these windows. These padded leather armrests, well done Volkswagen for that. 2 USB-C charging points as well. You could sit in the back of here for quite a while and be pretty comfortable. 2 seat belts and 2 sets of Isofix points as well. Adjustable headrests. I think I could have a nice journey sitting in the back of this car. Okay, so I'm 5'8". This is with the seat all the way back. If it's lower down, it'll obviously be even nearer, but I've got a little bit of knee room and loads of headroom. So pretty fine. If you had a smaller driver in the front, you could have someone way over 6 foot in the back of this car. Perfectly fine. So who is the T-Roc Cabriolet for? Well, I think the T-Roc Cabriolet was definitely made for Volkswagen fans. People who had the Golf Convertible or Beetles. It's definitely one of them VW products that is got a lot of passion into it rather than a box ticking exercise. They obviously wanted to have a convertible back in the range, so this is what they've decided to do. Of course, it's still got that modern element of it being an SUV. I think what Volkswagen's done is they thought some buyers will go, I want a convertible, and then they've seen this is a convertible but also an SUV, that's a bonus. Or hopefully they'll think some buyers will go in looking for a T-Roc and they'll see there's a T-Roc convertible, wow, and they'll buy one of those. So it does a really good job at everything. It is a big car still, but then most luxury convertibles are big cars, and I'm definitely going to miss it when I take it back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next video.